speed through it. So Myles Garrett has requested a trade. So what's his reason for requesting a trade? Does he need better weather? Does he need, go meet up with his son who's coming into the league and pull some daddy duo thing? Or nope, he just wants to win a Super Bowl. So I think if the Browns go ahead and get Belichick and Tom Brady, among others, that'll alleviate that situation. And they have plenty of time to make a decision. Who the fuck would request a trade in February, right? You haven't even had the draft or anything like that yet. You have no idea what this team's going to look like by the time it rolls around. They don't have to do shit for you for like 7 months, bro. So just sit tight. You'll eventually change your mind. And then Richard Carlisle, the Pacers head coach, he went to Virginia. He was drafted in '84. Won NBA champion in '86, coach of the year in '02. So basically, there's not a lot interesting about him besides his name and the fact he coaches the Pacers, right? So we're Indiana's flags. It's got the word Indian in it. Okay, so Carlisle, he was on the Cavs team that lost to Hakeem Olajuwon. But what I want to tell you, I can't believe I didn't screenshot it there. Jim Thorpe went to the Carlisle Indian school. Right, so coach thinks that's very interesting. Carlisle, Indian, most famous Indian ever. So this is the basketball league. They got like 60 teams. It's really hard for coach to pick. He thinks the Shreveport Mavericks look like they might be doing something. If it wasn't like to do it this year, I'd be saying the Bakersfield Majestic maybe. But coach is actually going to go with the Lebanon Leprechauns, okay, out of Indiana. Farmers Bank Fieldhouse. Okay, the Lebanon Leprechauns. They are hosting the draft combine this year. So that's good too. Here's Jim Thorpe. Okay, he went to Oklahoma. We've got Oklahoma winning it this year. There's your Carlisle Indian School. Played for the Canton Bulldogs, the Cleveland Indians, the Orang Indians, Tampa Cardinals, and the Chicago Cardinals. So coach definitely thinks it would be ripe for a Jim Thorpe ritual right now of some sort. He played for the Orang Indians. First of all, look, you get that burgundy/maroon and gold again that keeps popping up. But also, LaRue is the smallest city to ever have a professional football team. And then, let's see. You can just tell that's some sort of weird mask or something, right? That's not a human. That's some Nephilim freak. He played for the Boston Braves, too. What do you know? So this is what Coach is super excited about. Super fight of, like, the millennium. Coach has been fucking begging for this for 10 years, dude. No joke. Probably longer than that. Canelo, make no mistake about it, has been dodging Bud Crawford for that long. I'm dead serious. We've been waiting for this fight for fucking ever. I thought it would never happen. Terrence is going to whoop the shit out of him. I promise you. I can't wait. I'm not telling you to put all your money on it. I'm just telling you I'm a Terrence Crawford fan. I think he's a way better boxer than Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo's a fucking bitch, for real. And Terrence is moving up like a shitload of weight to take this fight. He ain't making Canelo cut or nothing like that. He's going to move up. He's going to come in stronger than he's ever been. He's going to fucking annihilate Canelo. It might be one of those where they end up having to do a rematch or something, but I don't think so. I don't think Terrence is dropping his O. He hasn't lost after all this time. He's making coach look smart this time. I'm absolutely taking him to beat the brakes off of Cinnamon. I don't fucking respect that motherfucker at all. He's got power, that sort of stuff. Terrence is almost impossible to get a good shot on. I mean, seriously. But anyway, we got the Iowa Cubs here because of Caitlin Clark. So she's a Kansas City Chiefs fan. She also played for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Okay, so coach is actually, he's so torn between the sky and the fever, but he's thinking it's probably the fever, but he can't quite say. He said he flipped over to the sky because they got Paris, but I mean, Caitlin Clark's just such a cash cow. It's really a tough one. Faye Vincent, the guy who banned Pete Rose from baseball, just passed away. Isn't that so strange after Pete Rose just passed away last year? How old was he? Boom, 86 years old. You already know it was coming. Pete Edward Rose retired in 1986. Okay. And then Chip Kelly leaving Ohio State to be Raiders offensive coordinator. So isn't it interesting? He isn't, so he gets a job like pretty much immediately. Right, so coach says he's going to get an offensive coordinator job. He gets a job immediately. It's not in Cleveland, but why would it be, right? Belichick's not there yet. Where does he go? To the Raiders, where fucking Tom Brady's hanging around? I'd love for Bill to swoop in and just fucking poach both of them. I totally see that happen. Coach still thinks that's what's going down. The Commanders won't change their meaningful name, even though 50% of the fucking fans hate it. Okay? The name Commanders means something. It's about players who love football, are great at football, hit hard, mentally tough, great teammates. It's really meaningful. And that name is growing in meaning. I mean, it's not like that stupid Redskins name that didn't mean anything. Like, people are scared of the Commanders. Okay, and ESPN extended its ACC TV deal through the year 2036, so hopefully that'll be good for our ACC teams we're rooting for, Stanford men's hoops and Florida State women's. Now, this is the ultimate death nail for Hurts, man. I'm telling you. This is the fourth QB rematch in Super Bowl. The winner of the first Super Bowl meeting also won the rematch in the previous three. So no time, even when it was Brady versus Eli Manning, it never ever went the other way, right? So coach thinks there's no way in hell Hurts beats Mahomes. It's got to be Tanner McKee, okay? Or maybe it's somehow Hurts beating Carson Wentz or something just absolutely insane that makes no sense to anybody. But it's just funny, or it's just ultimate humiliation ritual for the Eagles and they lose to Carson Wentz. That one would be funny to coach. But coach is thinking if the Eagles win it, there's no way in hell it's possibly with Hurts. It's got to be with McKee. I'd even, like I said, even take Kenny Pickett over him. But let's see. Oh yeah, so I think that's interesting. So if it's Nick Foles versus Tom Brady again next year, right? We know for sure Foles is going to take it again. All right, so Florida State's Leonard Hamilton stepping down at the end of the season. He's the winningest coach in Florida State's history, 23-year career. He's 76 years old. So we're hoping that this signals that the Florida State women are going to win in the same way the Stanford women's coach stepping away is hopefully a clue that the Stanford men's team is about to get on. So here's basically what I know our boy Boston Allen's going to love. So you think you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Stars, stats, records, and memories for true diehards. So it's Skip Clayton, forward by Merrill Reese. So Merrill Reese, at least at this point in time when this was released, had been the voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, the play-by-play commentator since 1977. Very interesting that this book came out in 2017, so just in time for you to catch up before the Eagles win their first Super Bowl. Here is another mail grab. Today we got the Tanner McKee Panini Prism rookie card. Coach is very excited about that. Shows his Stanford stats. Also number 383, so it's a palindrome. And it shows rushed for 6 touchdowns as well, so we like that. And then Paris Campbell, also Panini rookie card, not a prism though. It's got his Ohio State get up on. 88 receptions, we like that. 144. So lots of repeating stuff. 44 times 2 is 88, so very interesting. They got the 44, 88 right next to each other. Let's see. Talks about how he caught a push pass for a 78-yard score against Michigan. That's really cool for a team that just, as the number 8 seed, just beat the number 7 seed Notre Dame. Right, so really very interesting there. So that's what Coach has for you. Appreciate it.